Welcome to the Mystic Fool. I'm Martin Worth, and this is the Mystic Fool. The story of the staff. That's like a wizard staff, not an employee. So yeah, I bought this staff a while back at an auction online. That was as a result of a art gallery shutting down in South Australia, and it's a pretty good staff. It's pretty long. It's about it's nearly as tall as me. It's about 180 centimetres long, and it's got some beautiful stones stuck on it and some emu feathers around the top and around the handle. So it's quite a elaborate piece of work, and very authentic. It looks very old, and I thought it was great scoring this. So just recently, some of you may know, I went on a trip down to South Australia to a place in the vicinity of what is known as Grid Point 44 in the Flinders Ranges. And I got this feeling that maybe this staff should go back home to South Australia. And so, I thought I'll take it with me. So ring up Qantas, and I'm assured that it would be included in my carry-on luggage. My checked luggage, which clearly said one bag, not one bag and one staff. So 3 phone calls later, I finally found someone who said, yeah, it's definitely excess baggage. Because see, the last thing I wanted to do was rock up at the airport and get charged freight for it, which would be at least $150 each way. So finally it cost me $50 for an extra bag, which was this staff. So I wrapped it all up nicely in bubble wrap and cardboard and stuff, and wrote "sacred object, handled with care" up the side, and proudly went off to the airport with it. So 3 phone calls, $50. Okay, no worries. Get to the airport, get to the oversized baggage claim, not claim, to put it in, same deal. We have to x-ray it. We have to look inside. I said, well, I can't unwrap it. So I had to tromp all the way down the other end of the terminal to x-ray it, because apparently Qantas doesn't have an x-ray machine for those sorts of things, and tromp all the way back, and in it goes into excess baggage, all good. $3, 3 phone calls, $50, and a walk around the airport, but that's okay. Had plenty of time. And I'm waiting in the lounge, the departure lounge, and there's my staff on top of all the bags, ready to go into the hold of the very plane that I'm going to be flying away with. So I thought, this is awesome. So anyway, jump on the plane, get to Adelaide, no staff. Okay, what happened? Oh, they decided to put it on a different plane. Okay, when's that plane coming in? 4 hours' time. All right, I'm going up to Boolaroo Centre, which is an hour and a half north of Adelaide. I'm not coming back for a week. I need the staff. All right, we'll courier it to you. So they put this staff with a courier all the way to Boolaroo Centre, and it arrives at 8 o'clock at night, which is cool. So far, so good. But wow, would have really been easier for Qantas if they'd just put it nicely on top of all the other suitcases in the hold of the plane, and it came back with me, because it would have cost them a lot of money for a courier to drive an hour and a half north, an hour and a half back after hours with this staff. So I got the staff. This is good. Take it with me, use it in a couple of places along the way, and I had a mind to take it to the Adnamantha people, or the Adnamanthianda, however you want to pronounce it. Adnamantha seems to be the taken way of pronouncing it, although Uncle Ken, who is deceased, who was the last of the initiated Adnamantha people, he pronounces it Andamanthiana. So who knows? Either way, there's a guy up at a gallery up at Blinman called Wadna Gallery. And I thought, well, if anyone if this staff's going to go anywhere and anyone's going to know where it came from, this guy might. So I'm thinking, if it wants to go home, this is the place to take it. So I take it to this gallery. The guy says, "No, mate, it's not from my people. It's from somewhere else." So, okay. Okay. He said, "Well, if it was an Adamantiana one, I'd take it off you." And I said, "Mate, you wouldn't have to take it. If it was Adamantiana staff, I would give it to you. That's why I brought it with me." So the staff doesn't find a home in South Australia. And look at all the trouble I went to get it there, you know? Interesting, hey? So I get back to the airport to come back to Queensland. And, I'm sitting in the car as a passenger, not driving, trying to book excess baggage from Adelaide Airport. And every time I go to the app to book the excess baggage, it won't work. So I think, this is interesting. How am I going to book this excess baggage? I don't want to pay freight at the airport. But I thought, well, in the airport in Brisbane, I just printed a couple of bag tags out. Maybe I'll do that in Adelaide. So I get to Adelaide, chuck my little passport thing, you know, the check-in ticket under the scanner, gives me a bag tag, says, "Do you want to print another bag tag?" I said, "Yeah, I want to print another bag tag." So it says, "You owe us $100. And I thought, what for? What had happened was this app that wasn't working had charged me 2 times for something. And I hadn't paid for it, obviously, because I hadn't put my payment information in. So I wander over to the nearest counter, and there's this very unimpressed-looking fellow who wants to shuffle me off to one of the check-in girls. And I said, "No, mate, look, this is what's happened. I got this stuff. It cost me $50 to bring it here. It's all wrapped up here. I'm sorry you can't see inside it because it's wrapped up. But I tried to print out another ticket for it, tried to pay online, won't work, says I'm $100. He says, "Okay." Dingles on the computer a couple of times, says, "Here you go." Gives me a baggage slip for it and says, "No worries, no charge." Boom. Fantastic. Take it up to the excess baggage place. Not even interested in x-raying it. Guy waves a wand over it, says, "Yeah, it's fine," takes it. Fine. I get to Brisbane and work my way down to the place where you pick up the excess baggage. And the bags have not even come off the plane yet. And there is my staff sitting there waiting for me. And I think, wow, that was quick. 20 minutes later, my bag pops out. So yeah, okay. Interesting story. It was really hard to get that staff to South Australia. And it was really easy and free for it to come back. So what's the message I'm getting here? Maybe that staff does really belong to me. And maybe that staff doesn't want to be in South Australia. Anyway, it's about flow, it's about synchronicities, it's about confirmations. And the fact that I was willing to give it away, I think, lends towards my ownership of that particular sacred object, because I believe it to be a sacred object. And now, after its reluctance to leave and its hurry to come back, I do believe that it's mine. So yeah, just a story. Interesting story. Did I use it when I was away? Yeah, I did. I went to a place called Black Gap, and I used it as a wand there. I also used it when I went to Chambers Gorge, and used it as it's really a staff that gathers energy. When you place it somewhere, it magnifies the energy of where you are. So yeah, it's got some power. And yeah, I'm pleased that it wanted to come home. Yeah, I like that stuff. There's a little story, different to the usual, but it's just a little story. And maybe there's something in this for you. Maybe there's some thoughts here. If you have things that you see as sacred, are you willing to give them up? Or do you cling to them? Because I think in the being willing to give them up, that's where the power lies. Anyway, pop me an email. Put some comments in if you're listening to this where you can put some comments in. Because apparently people have said to me, where the heck do I put the comments in? I don't know where you put the comments in. But please like this podcast. Write some comments if you can. Help me out with the algorithm thingy-bobby. And, yeah. Hey, if you enjoyed this one, pop me an email. Thank you. All the best. See ya.